It's nice and hot. Having some technical difficulties here. Don't fall. Skillet's nice and hot. So I'm going to take these chuck roasts, put it down on there like so. Put that one down like so. Take my Bolner's fajita seasoning. Season this side. And season this side. Then I'm going to take my Dano's Primo. Put some on that side. Put some on that side. Get it nice sear. Also, I have some beef stock. That's what I'm going to put in the crock pot. That's what this is going to cook in. I'll put 1 part beef stock and 1 part water for the cook. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in the crock pot as it warms up. About 2 cups from that. You see it's unsalted? We don't need any salt. We add our own salt. These chucks are getting a nice sear. That's what we want. Put a little bit of that Dale's on this side. Gotta watch out with that Dale's now. The Dale's is good. The low sodium. This is the reduced sodium version of Dale's. I like this better than the regular one. The regular one's good, don't get me wrong. But I like this one. This is my preference. Take a look at it. Oh, that's a nice sear. Go ahead and turn that over. Turn that over. Got a nice sear. We're not cooking this, we're just searing it. So I'm going to go ahead and put some Dale's on this side. And that side. Normally you would let it marinate in the Dale's. But I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. Because the long cook is going to, in the crock pot, is going to, I like the more beef flavor, but do as you wish. You could either put taco seasoning in there. So I got one side seared, and now I'm searing the other side. I was going to cut them in cubes so the cook time could be faster. But I'm just going to go ahead and put them in solid like they are. The more solid they stay, the less chance of overcooking you have. The more you cut them, the more chance of overcooking you have because the pieces are smaller and they cook individually faster. Got a nice sear. Alright, remember we're not cooking this, we're just giving it a nice sear so that as it cooks, all those juices and everything can kind of stay inside. It kind of seals it, and creating a taste, so to speak. So I'm going to go ahead and take these, put them in the crock pot. Take that, all that flavor, throw that in there as well. Might as well. Woo, hey, never seen one of these do that. Okay, so we got our chuck roast in the crock pot. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up an onion and put in there. And we are in for the long cook now. Okay. So I'm not going to cut an onion up. I remember I had some of the frozen vegetables, the onion and bell pepper mixed. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw that in there. And that'll cook down with it. Give it a nice stew taste in the meat. Stew with fajita and the Dano's Primo seasoning. That's the flavor profile we're going to end up with. I'm going to go ahead and make some salsa verde. I have some tomatillos that I'm putting on this flat iron. I'm going to unsheathe them. They come like this with the sheath on. Making some green salsa. I love green salsa. Don't quite know how to pick tomatillos, so I just pick them randomly. See how some of these are really green and some of these are not as green. So I think that one's going to be tart, just by a rule of thumb. I'm going to go ahead and put these on the flat iron, then I'm going to boil them. Just go ahead and unsheathe them. I should unsheathe them, not over this. Live and learn. I'm not perfect. Got them on there. They have kind of a gummy residue. I don't know what that's from. But as I always say, make sure you keep some. I get paper towels from the 99 cents or the dollar only store. And I just go through them. I get a case of them because you need paper towels as you cook to make sure your hands stay clean. Alright, so a couple of cloves of garlic. I kind of want to put a aroma tomato in here, but the recipes I've seen does not call for aroma tomato. They're starting to pop. Get them nice and toasty. You know what? I'm going to toast some couple tomatoes anyway, because toasted tomatoes are always good, right? Use it for something else, but right? Okay. The purple onion was cheaper than the white onion, which I like. But lately I've been more into the purple onion. I don't know why. I've been on the white onion thing for years, decades perhaps. But now I'm more into the purple onion. Someone can tell me what they think would be cool. Hoipoon. Get the bag in the back got some lines. Oh, yes. You're going to be adventurous today. The star of the show. The one, the only. The jalapeno. Not going to be a lot of salsa by volume, but it's going to be homemade and wonderful, because when you make things at home, they garner the taste of that which you use. So if you go to a nice place that has good vegetables, you know, like in a rural area, everything you make with that is going to come out really nice. All right. Get these babies nice and toasty. Not using any olive oil or anything, just throwing them on there. Okay, so we got everything toasted nicely, and I've got the water on, which I'm going to boil everything in. I'm not going to do the tomatoes because this is green salsa. Okay, the water's coming to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and put the tomatillos in there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the onions in there. And towards the end of the boil, I'll put the garlic in there, because I want the garlic to keep the good, vibrant taste. You're going to love this salsa. I'm going to love it as well. Okay, so my tomatillos, onion, and garlic done boiling. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And I'm going to scoop them from the boiling water into my blender. Okay. Just go ahead and scoop them. They're nice and tender. Everything tender, man. The garlic. Only put the garlic in for a few minutes so that the garlic can be vibrant. And I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of this water in here. Oh, that already smells amazing. Got my blender. Now, I'm going to take and chop half an avocado. Actually, I'll use the whole avocado. I'm going to put half the avocado in there. That'll make it nice and creamy. I'll put a whole avocado in there. Alright. Avocado took a jump. Then I'm going to put a handful of cilantro in there. A nice big bushel of cilantro. I know some of you don't like cilantro, but oh well. Nice big bushel. I'm going to put a little bit more in there. Gonna need some for the tacos later. Okay, so that's all the ingredients for the green salsa. Actually, a little bit of salt, but we'll hold off on that right now. And a little bit of bouillon. I have better than bouillon. So I'm just going to put a little 8 ounces of water for 1 teaspoon of bouillon. So I'm just going to put a little knife head of bouillon in there. Better than bouillon. Okay, put that down in there. I like the better than bouillon. It's a good, nice taste. Also, this calls for some lime juice to be squeezed in there. Go ahead and take my lime. It's a nice softener. Chop it in half. Put some lime juice in there. Nice juicy lime. Get the other side. Nice juicy lime. I don't know if y'all can see all that juice going in here, but man, these are nice. Got them from this place called Campari. Which you Americans that don't speak Spanish, it's compared. When I moved here, my watch broke and I had to take it to a person that fixed the watch. And the guy said, oh, he's Cuban, he's Puerto Rican. He said, oh, take it over to, I said, yeah, I'm trying to find a place to buy my meat and stuff, you know. And he goes, oh, just go over to Campari. And I was like, what? And then I said, oh, compare. And I'm going to go ahead and, this is my mixture of garlic, pepper, garlic, and Italian herb. And this will be my salt content. So I'm not going to put that much in there. Just a little sprinkle like that. 1/4 teaspoon or whatever. Not even register that much. And I'm going to go ahead and pulse. Then I'm going to put it on the chopped diced salsa setting. And it looks rather nice. Nice and creamy. Woo! It smells heavenly. I'm going to go ahead and take a little taste. That is really good. Really, really, really. Oh, yes. Now, in my later age, can't really deal with any jalapenos, so this is how much jalapenos I'm putting in there. Give it a nice little blend. It's still warm. Get a little taste. And it's perfect. And there we have the green salsa portion of this Bachelor Surprise. Now I started making some chuck roast, which I'm going to make some beef tacos with cheese, and this salsa will be the salsa I have. And I've already sterilized the glass. Sterilize it. I'm going to go ahead and put the salsa in there. That way I'll have salsa. Now this is the meat I made in the crock pot overnight. Which is going to be the filling for the tacos. You see it's nice and tender. I had it in the refrigerator. That's the chuck roast that I started with. Just make a couple of tacos for now. Get some of that juice in there. All right. Back in the fridge. Go ahead and start my other eye over here. That's going to get violent. Let me turn it down a little bit. We're just heating up. We're not cooking, so cheese, sour cream, queso fresco. Tortillas, a little olive oil in there. Alright, so the meat is coming along. Just warming up. That's the roast I put on yesterday, the chuck roast. Not too much seasoning, so this will give me the beef flavor. Didn't have any taco seasoning, so I just used Dano's Primo and some fajita seasoning by Bolner's, which I'm going to put a little bit more fajita seasoning in there. Just like that. It's always a mess, regardless. Always something splattering. should call this Splatter Surprise. Got my tortillas heating up. That don't need to be too hot. Alright. I wanted crunchy tacos, but I'm not going to do crunchy tacos. I'll just buy the shells already crunchy. One of these days when I go shopping, I'll go shopping this weekend. Okay, so our meat is nice and heated up because it's already cooked. See how easy that shreds? That crock pot. Get yourself a crock pot and buy some chuck, get some seasoning, and you'll eat like a king all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go out and get food that you really like. Okay, so the tortillas are looking good. I'm going to go ahead and switch this. Okay, so now the interesting part. Where do I go with this? Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Take some of the beef, put it in the tortilla. I was going to double them, but I'll just do it individual. Hopefully none break. Got some meat in there. Hit it with that cheese. Woo! Unleash the cheese. Okay, and now let's see. Get some of my homemade salsa. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm gonna go with this. Got the homemade salsa. Which is stellar. I'm gonna go ahead and take these tacos. Okay. Rather hot. Can't burn my fingers because I got a tight with them. Gonna cheat. All the Mexican moms are like, just do it with your hands. Woo! Yeah. I'll be feeling that as I type later. Don't want to scratch up my teeth, Al. Kind of wish I had some frijoles. Yeah, these are, yeah. Guess what? It's going to get eaten anyway. Okay. So, tacos, oh my goodness, are in good shape. And put some lettuce on it. Now I got some tomatoes. Those roasted tomatoes we made earlier. All right, and there we have it. Beef tacos with slow roasted chuck roast, seasoned with Fiesta seasoning, Fiesta fajita seasoning, popular in Texas, and some Dano's Primo. All right, and there's an added little surprise. I got some Dano's seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit, like such. And there we have it, beef tacos, a la CH, a la CH, a las, about to get grubbed out. Let me try one. Blessed God and Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the provisions you provide. Thank you for your love for me. Thank you for the saints, friends, and all those that believe in thee. And pray for our country, pray for this world, pray for everyone, Lord, that thy word would go out, that it would be a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path, that others would see and want to be part of that light. I ask this and thank you for this food in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. I almost forgot. Almost forgot. Got some sour cream. Crema. Sour cream. Likes when that come out perfect like that. And can't forget the cheese I'm in love with. The queso fresco. Oh, look at that. Look at that. When I would go over to my friend's house and his mom would come out with the queso fresco, I would always say, not always say, but I'd be like, ooh, I want more of that. And they'd be like, well, when you put too much on it, it doesn't taste right. And they're right. So you put a nice dousing. And there we have it. Beef tacos a la Cleveland. Let me give a try here. Mira. Mira la comida. Homemade salsa. Everything's homemade. The meat. Everything except for the tortilla. One day I might do a tortilla thing. But here we go. Oh my goodness. Mercy sakes, looks like we got us a convoy. The meat has a beef taste, which I was going for. The Dano's Primo is there, but as you noticed, I didn't put a lot on. So it's a peppery, almost like a when you do a brisket and have that kind of peppery crust, that's what it tastes like. The lettuce, tomatoes, the queso fresco, the crema, and the fresh homemade salsa, which is not spicy, but it's got that salsa verde taste. The lime, everything comes through, and it tastes absolutely magnificent. Wow. This is the part where I live by myself and there's no one else that can taste this. But to God's glory, here I am. You know, there's verses that support where I am right now. And there's verses also saying, you know, a man should leave his house and, you know, become, you know, that hasn't happened to me. So this is where I am. And this is kind of euphoric. It has me at kind of a high because it's so good, and everything that I decided to put in, everything I decided to have the flavor profile represent is represented to the fullest. And it's so good. Oh, it's so good. That queso fresco and the cream. Oh. You ever been to your friend's Mexican mama house? You know that taste I'm talking about. That queso fresco and the cream. Oh. And the beef. Tender. There's no necessary for chew. It's like a morsel. It is great. I'm going to tear these up. My beverage of the day is cranberry juice and punch mixed. 1 part cranberry juice, 2 parts Minute Maid fruit punch. Check that out. All right. Don't forget. Yesterday was so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you the natural beauty that is here in the Southeast. It is so beautiful. And I love it. Just like I was in love with Texas, I think I'm in love with North Carolina even more. So whatever happens, I deign to say this is my new home. You heard it here first. Don't forget, I love you. Like, I love you all tremendously. Have a wonderful day. God bless.